And heidi-ho, internet neighbors! Welcome back to the channel. I am Vormithrax, and this is the continuing adventures of Beth Brundle II. We are doing our Portal Power Challenge. Still ongoing. We made a lot of progress. We've made a ton of progress. Look at that skill list. That is a lot of skills. So, I did some thinking. I reviewed Monday's live stream. I missed Wednesday. I got kind of deeply involved in a Minecraft run, and yeah. We did Minecraft on Wednesday. So, it's been since Monday since I last played Minecraft. I've decided we're going to leave. We're getting out of here. I'm sick and tired of this place. I am sick and tired of this place. So, we're going to take off. We're going to head back towards the way we started and work our way back down towards that first refugee center and see if we can find stuff on the route that'll help improve our chances, as well as get hopefully an M2, because I'm gonna have to ram my way through that city to get down to that first refugee center. That's gonna be an ugly run. I'm really gonna want the M2 or some kind of a machine gun on top of this vehicle in order to get that done. So we're going to be driving until we get that. Hopefully we find one without too much problem. We do also have to find some more laboratories, hopefully somewhere near that refugee center. And that will enable us to then hopefully take some teleport traps and get the teleporters that I'm going to need for the spell. While we travel, we'll be leveling up our spell crafting skill, and that one teleport skill, so we can craft these things. I'm not sure if it takes the skill to craft them. I'm not have a look into that. I don't know, honestly. I don't think it has a spell crafting requirement, but we'll see. But we got a number of things we got to do. So we're going to be working on our magical skills, because like I said, we're pretty much done with the crafting stuff. Yeah, Fab to 12. Fab to 12 is not hard. When you hit Fab 8 and you start crafting all of the survivor gear and you start modding and repairing and doing all sorts of stuff, you're going to hit Fab 10, 11, 12 pretty easily. So Fab 12 is not that big a deal. Especially when you're crafting 8-hour katanas and high-end weaponry and so on. So, you really don't need more than Fab 8 or 9 usually. I don't really care beyond that. So Fab 12, What we're missing, though, is a couple of key ones. We're missing, First Aid? I do have the mid-level book. We picked up the mid-level book, so we can push our First Aid to 6, and we'll do that pretty quick here when we get an opportunity. And other than that, I'm missing the trapping. We've got a book to get us to trapping 1, but we're missing the low-level book that'll go from 1 to 3, and then I've got the 3 to 6 book. I need trapping skill along with dex in order to have a better chance at disabling and disarming the teleport traps. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we can manage it. But we'll be on the lookout for that. And that's pretty much it. All the other crafting stuff we've done just about maxed out, as much as I care about. Of course, combat skills, so slow to go up nowadays. The way your focus drains in combat, I mean, come on. Kill 2 zombies and you're looking at like 20 focus. So you're getting 20% XP from then forward until you sit aside and read a book for an hour and a half. Come on. That's just stupid. I'm still, that's the biggest bee in my bonnet right now, still, is the whole focus system and the massive drain that you take and the impossibility of getting it back up in a reasonable time. I got a few issues with stuff going on, but that's still, I think, probably my number one is the stamina. I can even put up with, or the focus, I mean. I can even put up with the stamina problems. I think they went a little too far in the stamina drain, but that just needs a little bit of adjustment, but I think focus is just ridiculous. I mean, having your focus drop to nothing after just a few minutes of combat, and you get no XP essentially for the next 100 zombies or whatever you're fighting you kill, it's just, Focus greater than farms? Yeah, focus is greater than farms. I can put up with the farm spam. I still don't know why that's going on. Is it intentional? Does anybody know for certain? I mean, I can only complain about it so much, but the focus thing bothers me more, because that's just purely a slow down the character progression dial. That's all it is. 100%, let's just slow down character progression for no particular reason, and keep it really, really low so people don't trivialize our whole combat system in the first couple of days. I mean, there's got to be some midpoint. Right now, it's just way too low, way too silly. Yeah. So there. I mean, it's too easy to maintain it for every other task. It's just combat, really, where it's ridiculous, as you can see. But, however, So let's figure out what we're gonna do. So this is Beth Brundle. Normal recap. We got our stats. We got our high skills. Traits haven't changed much, of course. The only major one is the poor healer. I haven't even used robust genetics yet. Spent a lot of points for it, and I don't know if we're even gonna get to the mutation stuff this run. I had hopes to, but our options and our choices in labs have been just awful. So we really haven't had any kind of an opportunity. Beyond that, we got the magic stuff, which we also haven't been able to focus on. We've been getting all that done and doing all the normal survivor stuff. I always get sidetracked with the normal Cataclysm survivor stuff and accumulations of gear and so on. Then try to switch to do either magic or mutations, and by then, I don't know, it's just really hard to do multiple different large-scale things in a single challenge. So since I don't play just to keep a character alive forever, I just never seem to get these overlapping multi-system super characters anymore. But yeah, we're gonna try to work on that a little bit. All right, so that's the character sheet. Here's our inventory for anybody that's new to the series or our progress. We are running around in pretty high-end gear now. We can make anything we want, really. I chose to go with the light survivor gear for the most part, with the heavy survivor helmet. But I mean, we've got the belt, we've got the RM88 battle rifle with 120 rounds out of a 250 clip. So I mean, we've got the high-end weapons for range, we've got high-end melee weapons. We're pretty much rocking. Now, we very much can get killed. We almost, so close. I think we were like 3 or 4 hit points away from dying last episode. So close. Combination of getting blinded by a flaming eye, and I actually really do have a big problem with the flaming eye. Those blindings last way too long. That is ridiculous for those things to last 45 minutes. You know how long that is in combat? I mean, 45 times 60. That's how many rounds go by before the blind goes away. It's just ridiculous. And they can cast it at you from 30, 40 spaces away. I really can't stand how long those things last. I suspect it's a holdover from the 6-second to 1-second change, and it just needs to be dialed way, way back. But yeah, it's silly. But yeah, we had an unfortunate occurrence of that, and then I made a couple of boneheaded decisions while we were blind and put myself in a really bad situation, and it was close. But other than that, we're in good shape. We got all the medicines. We can make pretty much whatever we want, and we've got a kick-ass rockin' Deathmobile. So it's a modified Humvee. I've modified it differently than I usually do. We actually have spiked rams out front, which are ridiculous. I'm gonna have to make these standard on my vehicles from now on. They are so ridiculously effective. And then we've also got tracks instead of wheels, which I also find ridiculously effective. So we're rocking 50-inch steel treads that we pulled off of a bandit bulldozer. We had fun driving around the bandit bulldozer, and then we pulled off the parts I wanted and stuck them on this. And those are pretty much the only 2 other changes. Otherwise, it's the same as I always build. We got our kitchen unit, our workstation, or our workbench, our welder, and our cargo spaces. That's pretty much it. Only thing we're missing now is the M2, and we're good to go. So that's gear, that's everything else. Here's our map. So we're hanging out at this research lab. I am sick and tired of this place. We are out of here. I'm still really pissed off that we cleared the entire place. The lab below it, the entire research facility, every floor, every wing, and we're still missing certain items and certain books. I mean, even at the 50% item drop rate, this place is just a ridiculous loot pinata, and I still managed to end up coming up missing a few things. We don't have one of the 3 special tools you need to enable the crafting of serums. We're missing the distillation tool, so I can't make serums. And, well, like I said, the trapping book and a first aid book, and, I mean, we must have found dozens of copies of some of the other high-end rare ones, but not a couple. But I'm just sick of the place. It's just silly, and I want to get out of here. So we're going to leave. We're going to head back south. Let's see. Yeah, south. We're going to follow this road. I'm going to check these 2 endpoints just to see if we might get lucky with a lab. That would be a stretch to have these 2 labs connected or so close. That's the city we have to actually drive through. We do have a fungal tower here that's going to be problematic. Lovely thing there, and I doubt there's going to be a way around. I'm going to try to find a way around. Maybe this opens up, but I suspect this is just a big forest blocking me east to west. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find a way around that town. I think I'm going to have to bulldoze my way right down through the middle of it and then exit out this side. And that is the Refugee Center. That's the first Refugee Center we have to build our teleport portal for. So I want to get down into that area. I don't have it mapped further south than that, so we'll be on the lookout for a map once we get down into that area. But we got a few endpoints we can look at, and there's another school in a big town. So I'd rather be over there. I'm just going to head that way, and we'll see what we can find out. So yeah, there we go. That's our plans. That's what we're going to be doing. I'll check my status here in a second. Let me catch up with chat. Hello, everybody in chat. Oh, I usually just pull M2s off of APCs and tanks. They're easy enough to find if you have the military vehicles mod installed. What do I think about a sling as a running game weapon? I can't remember ever using a sling. I've done it once or twice, and I was never too impressed. But it was, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say nowadays. So many changes have occurred with some of the ranged combat, and especially archery and stuff. So I don't have a lot of experience to talk about slings, unfortunately. Where did I find my Nadachi? I didn't find it. I made it. That's where the Fab 12 comes from. That's one of the reasons I have Fab 12, is because we've been crafting super high-end weapons. We've got the Nodachi, I've got a rapier hanging out, slotted into the hiking backpack. I mean, we're crafting high-level gear for armor as well as weapons, which has been driving my Fab up. I mean, you do an 8-hour craft on a super high-level recipe, and you go up like a level or two, because the length of the crafting time factors in. So that's why my Fab is so ridiculously high. I don't think I've ever found a Nodachi. What do I think about military bunkers? I'm fine with military bunkers. I go into military bunkers all the time. 2 different versions, unless things have changed in the last 3 or 4 days. For various reasons, I might prefer one over the other. But the bunkers are super easy. I mean, get a military ID card and you're good to go. And the ID cards seem to be dropping a lot more frequently on military units, soldiers and such. So... Nah, Fungal Tower at my stage, I could care less. It's an easy kill, and it's not really going to do anything. I'm not going to stick around any areas that have fungus. It's just a titanic waste of time. Killing the tower doesn't stop the spread of the fungus. You have to chase down every single little patch of fungus, and then when you find out you missed a 2-space patch deep in a forest somewhere, and you come back, the whole thing is recovered in fungus again. So, just a massive waste of time. I never bother. And you cannot just burn the towers down. You can't just set a fire and have the tower burned down. The tower itself is immune to fire. So, that's bad info. You can't just burn the tower down. You can burn out all the stuff around it, but the tower itself is immune to the fire. Short of a nuke. Yes, Terminatus is the Warhammer chapter of the Space Marines. Well, not the Terminatus chapter, but it is a Warhammer reference. Yeah, let's get going. So, like I said, here is the research facility. I just got to double check a few things. Like I said, it's been Monday since I last played, so... what time is it? 10:30 a.m. We're not tired, so we can get some driving done. We just pulled out of the facility. We finished the southern wings, and I think I dropped everything I care about into the inventory stuff. Tons and tons of medical items. We got most of the other stuff pretty well sorted out. All the gear looks in good shape. Let's fix up the headlamp real quick. Mirror headlamp, where are you? Alright, headlamp's fixed. Does the vehicle need repairs? Tiny bit. Too dark. Wait, what? Your vision is... Oh, the flaming eye stared at me. I'm blind from the flaming eye yet again. So here we go with my massive pet peeve. 45 minutes of blinding. So it's 10:45 now. Let's just drive away up the road. Oh my god, this is irritating. Oh, that's right. I forgot to update my build number again. I always update my build, and I forgot to change my my message. 9681 is what. Wait, 96. Yeah, 9681 is what we're on. Let me go fix it. 9681. All right, bot's updated. Alright, so let's have fun waiting out the 45 minutes of blindness. It is variable. 45 minutes has been what I've seen a number of times, though. We'll do 30 minutes first, assuming nothing comes and finds me while I'm sitting here. Alright, so it was less than 30 minutes. Yes, I'm very well aware of the Tileset stuff that's going on, and I have never used the included tile set in the builds that are available. I've always used the manually downloaded Undead People tile set that some dead guy crafted, so it's a manual install and it does not go away between my updates. So it's the whatever the last update that he did for the Undead tile set. Alright, so now we're not blind. We should be out of range of that stupid... Well, let's go a little further, just in case. Really want to get out of here. Alright, should be fine. Back to my checking of things. Finish repairing the vehicle. Make sure we're... Alright, so the vehicle's 100%. Holy crap, I have no gas. How did that happen? How did I get to 0 gas like this? That's not cool. Alright, now we have a new focus. Crappity crap. What am I gonna do about that? Gas station up in the middle of town and way over there south of Frenchville, but chances of diesel pumps... That one almost never has diesel pumps, the double garage version. That one may or may not, and it's deep in the middle of the town. Oh, crap. This means I'm going to have to go park back at the center here, and then go get some diesel. I don't have enough to risk driving around randomly. I would have grabbed any that had been out this way already. Yeah, that's not good. Alright. Well. No, I never play with the National Guard camp. That place is stupid. It's just another instance of partly completed, no point, stupid, ridiculously hard, for no reason, no reward locations. So, I never play with the National Guard camp. Unfortunately, too many of the endgame content locations are like that. There's no reason to go there. By the time you could have any reasonable chance of surviving there, you've already got all of the, or better loot that you could get there. So, and most of them are just either stacked with stupid and not stupid, ridiculous, boring monsters and or hyper, damaging, punch through heavy power armor type creatures. So... Yeah, I mean, I did a test where I walked up to it and I think it was heavy power armor. I can't remember if it was regular power armor or heavy power armor, and they were shooting me through the heavy power armor. So I just walked away and I've never been back. That's just ridiculous. And like I said, there's no reason. You're not going to find anything there that you care about. It's not like there's going to be any loot that's going to be worth going there for. And it's not complete. I mean, it's just yet another one of those incomplete, supposedly endgame content areas. Damn it. I was really not anticipating having so low a fuel supply. I'm still adjusting to fuel usage. I'm used to fuel going a little bit further, so... Totally my fault. So this is going to take a little bit of extra time. We're going to have to, with the tiny amount we've got, we're going to have to just go north. Park at the same old evac shelter we've been using before, and then head into town and try to grab at least a gallon or two of diesel before we take off. If I can get a few gallons, I'll be comfortable enough that I'll find more on the way. Alright, yes, I see you over there, zombie. Let's have a drink of water. What's that, zombie? You did not bring me a gallon of diesel? That's silly. Now, hacking only works from like 8 to 10 spaces, if that. I don't know the exact number, but it's relatively short. And they can hit you from way, way far away. And if I remember right, they have night vision too. I believe they have night vision, so they can hit you in the dark. It's been forever since I even bothered, but I haven't read or heard anything about them changing the place any, so. Alright. How am I going to go about this? Weight is going to be a big problem. Unless I divest of some of my gear that I'm wearing. As always, my Strength 8 characters run into these weight problems mid to late game. How much space do I have here? Reset that. Space, 232, 247. Oh, that's my table. 168 and 193. Alright, let's move some of this down to here. So I don't accidentally drop stuff out the bottom of the vehicle. Yep, now I did too much. Excuse me? 190 is not... Oh, I see. Yes, that would be too much. Yeah, it's that rotary evaporator that's doing it. Damn rotary evaporator. That's good enough. Probably just need to divest my stuff. I got too much random crap I'm never going to use again. I should wait for nighttime before we head up into town looking for the diesel. We'll make a point of just trying to go straight up the road here. I don't have any idea if there's diesel at this gas station or not. But we'll look for vehicles we can pull diesel out of. There's a few different vehicles we can do it with. Preferably, I'd like to lug around a jerry can, but got my steel jerry can of 7 liters of regular gas, which I've been using to power other things. And it's going to be stupid heavy. I think I do need to try to get some more space allocated. Sort by volume, please. Oh, that's right. I got that spare caterpillar track. Let's just get rid of that. If I blow a caterpillar track, I'll be unhappy, but oh well. Alright, that'll help tremendously. What else? That evaporator, planks. Got 2 sheets of glass. Let's ditch one of those. And I don't think I'm ever going to use that hazmat suit. Alright, that should put a pretty big hole in the mess there. 25, 115, 230. A little better. Why did you? Oh, I see. Good enough. Alright. Oh, yeah. I forgot. I have also got food problems. I do not have hardly any food. So we'll take care of that problem also. Alright, what can I leave? Super, super heavy. Worn gear sorted by weight. Where's the suit? Belt. Problem is I don't want to leave any of this stuff behind. Well, integral to my survival. Well, the goggles, I guess, but that's only 2.5 pounds. Leave the goggles and the headlamp. And axe scabbard. I think that'll have to do. Alright, got the jerry can. Let's fill this tank here with my gas. That empties the jerry can out. We're at 74 out of 99. When I fill this thing, it's going to get pretty heavy, but I think that'll give me enough room. For the moment, though, we're going to leave the jerry can. And failed. 3 fails in a row, huh? At 26%? Yeah, 4 fails in a row at 26% fail rate. 5 times the charm. Okay. What should have failed 1 in 4 times, failed 4 out of 5 times. That sounds about right. It's good to know my normal Vorm modifiers are in play. Night vision goggles are in the game. No, you cannot make them. You have to find them. It took me about... What did we have? We had like 9 barracks in the research facility lab. And I think it was the very last one where we finally found the goggles. Anything about weapon styles? Weapon styles are fun. I think the redesign on the weapon styles is going well. I think the guy doing it is got good information, good knowledge, and is making appropriate changes. Hey Vorth, do you know if the 2A radio works with the NPC camp system yet? I don't have the faintest idea. I believe it does. I think I read somewhere that it does, but how it does, why it does, what it does, don't have a clue. I have no interest in the NPC camp system. I don't bother to use it. I can't give you any information on it. So, there you go. Where do you find the night vision goggles? Barracks. Soldier zombies, basically. But I typically find them in the barracks lockers. So, that's where we got this pair, I believe. Alright, we're going to head into the forest, do a little bit of pine tree picking during the daylight hours, get some pine nuts so I have some nutrition on hand, and then when the sun goes down, if I'm not tired yet, we're going to head into town, try to get some diesel, and then we are out of here. I am sick and tired of this place. We are leaving. Alright, I'm not too worried about being visited. I'm having an issue now in that anybody that's watched my last, I don't know what, 3 or 4 challenges, when I was doing, down here, yeah, when I was doing this, I had 0 initial day and 0 spawn delay. When I was doing 0-0 for these, I was getting super evolved zombies on day 6. I mean, we're talking predators, necromancers, masters, chakra brutes, and so on. The end game zombies I was seeing within the first week of gameplay. Now I turned it to what it's supposedly supposed to be, 30 and 0, 31 and 0, whatever. And it's day 60, and I'm still not seeing any. 30 days have gone by. I guess that's normal. I guess the normal evolution factor doesn't kick in for, what, day... I'm trying to remember, day 50 or 60? But I've got double speed evolution set also, so I should be seeing them already. And I don't think I've seen a single special one yet. So I seem to have flip-flopped too far the other direction. So, I'm a little unhappy about that. It's making it a little too easy for me at this point. I mean, I can still get mobbed under because stamina is still an issue and all that. But, yeah, it's weird to go the other direction so hard. Let's see here. I do want to get this, and... Oh, I've still got auto-foraging on. Alright. Man, there's a zombie already. Already come down to bother me. Alright, no Dutchie. Come here, you. Oh, not willow trees. Willow trees are gonna make me overweight too quickly. Really? You can't catch up to me that easy? I don't need batteries anymore, and there's no food on this guy, so I don't care. Get rid of... I'd love to keep some pine bows, but I can't afford to. Alright, we're getting a little too close to the city area. Let's go down. Sure would be nice if I could run into a pine tree grove. I've already been this way. It's already picked clean. Damn it, overweight again? Stupid pine bows. What's chasing me this time? Little old zombie. Well, you can chase me, little old zombie. Alright, we'll start circling back around now. That's fine. I think we're done. Yeah. Alright, that'll be good enough for a bit. Didn't use too much time. I think my hidden health stat's still doing pretty well, so I'm not too worried about the pine needle tea right now. We will go ahead and take the time to hook up the pine cones, though. 60 and... Whoa, we're still going. 80. Yeah, we're short. All right, 20, 40, 60, 83. That'll help. Put them, yeah, right there. And birch barks. Oh, that's right. I forgot this turned on. Let's turn this back off again before I forget. Get myself killed by harvesting trees while I'm trying to run for my life. Okay, drop you. Have some pine nuts and uh-oh. I don't remember the notification coming through, damn it. What's going on with my notification system? 1 second. Turned on there. Didn't hit the system that's supposed to trigger that. I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright, well, hey Cosmic Savant, thanks for the resub, appreciate that. I'm gonna do a run without magic. I do runs without magic all the time. I include Magiclysm a lot of times, but don't end up using it much, so... If I play the sheltered start or any start to the game in the winter, now that the game starts with fully evolved zombies, a lot harder than that. Unfortunately for me, it doesn't matter what start what scenario I start. I mean, I can easily survive any of them. I have to arbitrarily modify my game for double zombies, double evolution, all sorts of stuff. I mean, I can do In the Woods, I can do Winter, I can do all of them. I know the game too well. Doesn't matter what start I have. Unless I put arbitrary restrictions on myself or enhance the difficulty in other ways, it really doesn't mean anything to me. I haven't done a winter start in quite a while, but I could care less. I mean, it's not particularly going to make me have any problems. I mean, yes, obviously, if I'm naked in the middle of a forest in the snow, then I'm going to die just like everybody else does. There's nothing I can do about that. That's not really a difficulty option, but... for just regular gameplay purposes, that kind of stuff long ago stopped being any kind of a challenge for me. Did I get verified by whom? who would be verifying me? What are we referring to? You mean, did I get Twitch partner status? Verified by YouTube? What are we talking about here? Partnered. No, I did not get partnered. I submitted the application. They said, yeah, channel looks great, doing fine, but we want to see more of a track record. You need to be around longer and maintain viewership levels and so on. So they said no for this first attempt. I'll reapply sometime in the near future. I do really bad day starts all the time. I don't do tweaker really bad day starts because that's just broken as hell. But yeah, I do RBDs all the time. RBD is not a big deal. The only problem I have with any of the infected starts, I have a major issue with the recovering from infection stage, meaning I very commonly survive the initial start, but as soon as my infection switches to recovering from infection, there is a mechanic that's currently in that is driving me berserk, and I've yelled about it, and I've yelled about it, and I've yelled about it, and I haven't seen anybody actually try to change it yet. That's the recovering from infection stage, where you have an infection, you're dealing with it, you're fine, everything's good. You then start recovering from infection, and you almost instantly die. The recovery is worse than the being infected. And what happens is there's a graduated staging of it, and there's the longer you're infected, the worse the stages are. So if you're infected for a long period of time, you get -2, -3, -4, and so on stat debuffs. And if it's -3 or worse, you also get what drives me nuts, which is passing out. So what happens is you're infected for a long period, you struggle mightily, you actually beat the infection, yay, you're excited, and then all of a sudden, you enter into this process where every 2 minutes, your character passes out. Doesn't matter if you're sleeping, reading, crafting, trying to pass time, waiting, being attacked, no matter what, you pass out every 2 minutes. The effect of that is you have to hit keys on your keyboard to say, oh, okay, I passed out, I'm awake now go do the action I was trying to do. So, if you're just trying to pass time, which is the only way to get the debuffs to downgrade, you can't. Every 2 minutes, you're interrupted. So you end up in this cycle of smashing your face against your keyboard every 2 minutes for days and days of game time. Literally. I mean, you might have to hit your keyboard 1,000 times just to get you past that little downgrade, that timer that says, oh, now you're at -2, and now you're not passing out, and all of a sudden everything's fine again. So I had this massive issue with just that one thing. It's just so rage-inducingly, keyboard-mashingly annoying. I refuse to deal with it anymore. I decided the last time I dealt with it that I'm just going to summon in Royal Jelly and bypass the whole process entirely. And there's nothing you can't debug out of it either. Once you're in it, you're in it. So you can't debug it away. Nothing works. So it's just so bad. But yeah. But other than that, whatever. I mean, I have no problem. RBD starts. I do RBD starts all the time with, again, my enhanced difficulty levels without any real problem. Do them in super cities and stay in the city and so on. Don't survive every time, of course. Can't guarantee that. Everybody runs into bad luck or bad timing or unfortunate circumstances. But it's all a challenge. Alright. I'm liking the spiked ram. That spiked ram is awesome compared to anything else I've seen. I mean, it almost never takes damage, and it kills things way faster than the other one does at lower speeds, and it just seems way more effective. So I'm a big fan of the spiked ram. I'm going to use this from now on whenever I have the option, as well as the tracks. The tracks are also stupid awesome. Alright, what was I talking about before I got onto my high horses about broken mechanics? I think I was going to pass some time so we can make our trip up into town. So the vehicle's fixed, we got food. I don't have a lot of water, but we got enough, I'm not worried about it. I've got the jerry can in my inventory. Where are you, jerry can? Oh really, where are you, jerry can? You're supposed to be in my inventory. You're not in my inventory. Alright. Oh, never mind. That's right. I dropped it when I went out to get the pine nuts. There's my jerry can. Alright, so we got the jerry can in our inventory. I will need my my light amp goggles, my headlamp when we go back out again. We'll pick those back up too. Screw it. We're going to need everything again when I go back out. I'm not going to have any weight savings. I don't need the flashlight anymore. Alright, let's do some magic studying. We have to do that anyway. So let's do geospatial. Or get the Magus. I think it's going to be a little too late to make use of these effectively. I think I'm just going to do the geospatial. Translocate self. This will take me to spellcrafting level 16 if I max out my studying, and it'll also raise the translocate spell, of course, which is what we're going to use to teleport around between the refugee centers. Alright, 7 p.m. and of course we're tired. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sleep now. That way we're not tired when we head up into town. We'll do a short sleep. That'll still give me plenty of time to run around town for quite a bit. So, let's have a drink. Have some more pine nuts. My weight is normal, which is good. Have some more drinks. And wear my blindfold and sleepy for, let's say, 5 hours. That'll be midnight. Yeah, let's say 5 hours. Either Draco Shadow. Well, that's going good. Alright, so we woke up right on time, exactly 5 hours. Drop our blindfold. Alright, good old no night vision. That's because I've got a bunch of goggles and masks and so on strapped to my face. Final check here. This is going to be the problem when I get this thing filled up with gas. We're going to be overweight and our stamina is going to plummet. Depending on how much I find. How to cure cold? You can't cure cold. All you can do is mitigate the symptoms with cough syrup. Take cough syrup when you need to sleep, and that's about all you can do. Otherwise, you just wait. I think the cold is up to 2 weeks, and the flu is 1 week typically. But yeah, you can't do anything about the cold or the flu short of prevention. Once you got them, though, you got them. You can prevent them by wearing masks and things. It acts like an attack against your mouth, so having protection on your mouth, environmental protection, actually prevents or helps protect against colds and flu and airborne illnesses. But can't do anything once you got them. Take your cold medicine and drink it, or your cough syrup, before you go to bed, so you don't get woken up and interrupted your sleep constantly, and we'll ride it out. You play Project Zomboid? I don't. I've seen it. I have it. I've looked at it briefly, and then I shrugged and said, nah, not for me. Little too hinky, little too easy compared to Cataclysm. Not nearly enough variety of content. I just didn't feel like it would be worth investing a bunch of my time in. Looks like it could be some fun, but I just got too much going on with Cataclysm already to try what looks to me like it wouldn't be as fun a game for the same kind of a topic. Alright, do a final chow down on some more pine nuts. One more, we're turgid, no more drinks. Alright, so we're not carrying anything in with us beyond our normal gear. Oh, drop. Drop. Those two. Alright, so I only have one night vision. That is because we've got on the mask. That jumped it out to there. And we can wear the goggles. Turn those on. That jumps us out to there. So we're going to go with the goggles. Time to freak out my green screen again. Think I'd ever try Conan? Not likely. I know of it, I've loosely followed it, but I doubt I will be trying Conan on the channel. Alright, we're gonna go essentially due north. We'll turn on safe mode. And all I'm really looking for is diesel. I just need some decent amount of diesel so we can get traveling. Which is a little tougher to find at night. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle this. If I happen across a trapping book, that'd be nice to pick up. Ice cream trucks, what do you use? Use just standard gas. Yeah, finding gas at night is gonna suck. Crap. Let's put the headlamp on too. Come here, headlamp. That gets me a little better, but not much. Alright, let's just go around and keep working our way up towards the gas station. Zombies! Yeah, it just feels like the evolution factor is kind of busted. Again. Busted the other direction this time. By day 61, I'm used to, I mean, like I said, I'm used to dealing with day 6 to 8 predators and so on. Running around in this kind of gear and just having low-level zombies is not fun. Oops, did I pass it? I passed it. Went too far. Don't even bother. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tell. Let's see. And in the middle, turn the light on. Oh, that does say diesel. Cool. Gas, gas. Diesel, gas. Alright, that's more than I thought. We actually got 2 diesel pumps. Perfect. 40 liters! Well, that'll take care of the problem. It's gonna fill the jerry can. 127, yeah, 30 pounds overweight, and we can only carry 20 of the 40 liters. Good to know it's here, and I can make a quick trip. I might make a few trips, given how easily we can slip back and forth. A bit of a run, but without much danger, it looks like. I just got to be careful of the stamina on the outbound leg. Make sure I don't zero myself out. It's actually not too bad. We're making good progress. Hey, zombie. Don't mind me. Passing through. Alright, there's 24. I'm going to make at least one more trip. 47 should get me enough where I'm going to be pretty safe to travel. Like I said, it's a pretty short trip for this guy. Without much danger. Go away, doggy dog. Maybe I'll make one more trip. Just because there's so much available, why not? This is where I speed run into a feral predator all of a sudden and get myself insta-killed before the keyboard key presses catch up. Hey, shocker zombies decided to join the area. Please don't hit the gas tank while I'm standing here. That would be a really bad way to go. Alright, I'm about full. Run mode, please. Get me away from these gas tanks. These fool zombies are smashing them. I got most of it. Alright. Over here, please. Wow, why am I so much heavier this time? Kind of weird. Oh, my strength is down because I'm in pain. That would be why I've crossed some kind of threshold that is lowering my strength even further. causing a larger drain on my stamina. Now it seems to be back to where it was. Alright, well, I'm glad we solved that problem fairly easily. I guess I'll leave the gas in. There's where it's going. Alright, jerry can is out. We've got diesel again. We've got enough water to last. Batteries are fine. Vehicle's in perfect shape. We're in perfect shape. I just need to wait out the dawn. Not much I'm gonna do in the meantime. Back up and check the chat. I saw a few questions flow by there. Yeah, I know of all of the variations of roguelikes and such. There's none of them that interest me much at the moment. Why I use metric volumes with imperial weights? It's just the way a lot of things in the US work. I'm used to seeing liters mostly for liquid measurements nowadays. I mean, yeah, it's still a gallon of gas is typical, but I don't know, for whatever reason. I'm just used to seeing liters for volumes and still pounds for weight. It's weird. The real Herbie, anything you guys would recommend to new players, like stuff you wish you were aware of for playing the first time? Lots and lots and lots. Hard to cover it all during a live stream when I'm trying to do other stuff, but I've mentioned recently, and for, well, not recently, I've mentioned for a while now, the absolute #1 most important thing for new players to learn, beyond, hey, this button moves this way and this button opens inventory, beyond that kind of stuff, for survival purposes, is this right here. Learn the stamina. Learn how this stamina bar goes down, learn how to switch from run to walk, learn when to switch from run to walk, when to not run, that's almost more important. Understand how weight affects your carrying and your stamina drain. Just like now, I was overweight, so I was burning stamina while I was walking. Understanding this stamina bar is going to keep you alive more than anything else you can learn about the game. So, by far, that is the biggest player killer in the game. New players tend to say, oh, the zombies, I'm going to get killed. They run away, and they run their stamina down. Zombies catch up, and zombies eat them. Because trying to fight while your stamina is gone is pretty much, not impossible, but new players aren't going to know how to survive it. And that'll generally kill you. So, just understanding stamina management, I think, is the most important thing new players should know how to do. That, and that Cataclysm is a zombie avoidance game. For the first few days at least, until you've got some gear and some abilities and some weapons and stuff, you want to avoid fights. You're not a zombie killing machine on day one with most starts, unless you're playing a power start of some kind or a power build.